That's right. Get it nice and clean.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Matt. Just got through finished watching the Death Note movie, and so many mixed emotions. Really, there is no mixed emotion. It's just all bad emotions. So let me go ahead and address that. Um, for those of you watching this video, if you haven't seen the Death Note movie, don't watch this video until you see the movie itself. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're a fan of Death Note like I am, seen the anime twice, maybe three, four times already. I was just so pissed off that America once again took a big fat turd on anime world for all of us. I've read through some things online, articles and everything, saying that the creators of Death Note was right there, right beside them, help produce the movie, and they love the movie. They love the adaptation. I'm like, that is just complete bullshit. Cause, I mean, if you create something, say you draw something, it's freaking fabulous or great or whatever, and then someone takes your creation and then turns it into something that's completely different than what you imagine, you're gonna be pissed off, and frankly, you're not gonna give them praise. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But anyway, we're just gonna go through the whole movie in like 5 minutes. If that, I'm gonna try and do it in 5 minutes. But anyway, start with the comparison. So, start of the movie is somewhat like the anime. Light is sitting outside. Um, Death Note falls from the sky. He picks it up. He's like, "Oh, this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna take it." And then right there is when you can tell when he runs inside. You can already tell that this is not gonna be an anime. This is gonna be a love story or drama between Light and Mia, because he immediately meets Mia. In the anime, Light does not even know who Mia is until she finally reveals herself to him. Uh, so yeah, right off the bat, he defends her, of course, like always. Light gets in trouble, and then he gets put in detention. And then in detention, he pulls out the Death Note and he starts reading like the first rule and everything. And then that's when the Shiki, or the Death God, played by William Dafoe, which, don't get me wrong, he played a damn good job at. He did a damn good job. I actually did like that. But anyway, when he appeared and the actor of Light saw him, he freaking pissed himself. Maybe even squatted out a little turd in his pants, because he was freaking the hell out. He was running for his life. I mean, you could tell he was just like, "What the, what the hell is this? It's like some kind of demon." And you see William Dafoe for like maybe 2 seconds, and boom, you don't see him no more throughout the whole scene. Uh, but then he comes back into play. Once the lights and everything freaking come back on, and he's finally composed himself. Where William Dafoe explains the Death Note to him, and he doesn't. Of course, Light doesn't believe him, so he like tests out on this one punk that's like terrorizing this one girl, and he immediately, of course, he kills him. He's like, "Oh my god, I can kill this!" So then he goes home and starts. He writes the guy that killed his mom down in the book, and of course he dies. And his dad, is happy, and well, I mean, you can't really tell, but the dude's happy. But anyway, getting back on track, comparing the movie to the anime. Uh, in the anime, Light does not go after. Actually, no, I think he does. So never mind, scratch that. He goes after the person that took his mom. So that's close, somewhat close. Then he once he does that and he starts making a name for himself, in his mind, he then shows the book immediately to Mia. Does not, well, technically he doesn't show it to him. He's like, "Oh, you want to see something cool? You want to see something cool?" So he immediately takes her into like this secluded area where he pulls up this news of this guy, holding his family hostage, writes his name down, and he's like, "Watch." And of course, he fucking lets the family go, and he dies. And that's when Mia's like, oh my god, this is freaking awesome. So then they team up. And like I said, in the anime, Mia has her own Death Note. She has her own Shimige. I can't even talk right now. But anyway, she has her own Death God. And Light doesn't find out about Mia till at least halfway into the season, alright? In the movie, they immediately start this whole love connection, sex, and everything. Of course, America always has to throw sex in, even though in the anime, I don't even think, Light didn't even touch. He barely touched Mia as it was, and he didn't really give a shit about her. You know, because Mia in the anime, like looked up to him, looked at him as a, basically a teacher, I guess is what you'd call it, or a superhero. But in the movie, none of that was even there. They meet immediately. They have sex. They fall in love like normal drama crap movies are. And then they, of course, they start killing terrorists and making the world a better place. And that's when Kira started popping up in all the news, and he writes it on that. Which that is in the anime. That is in the anime. I will give him that. But it's like they fast forward through everything when they could have took their time and actually thought about it. But anyway, we're just gonna fast forward even more because I know I'm probably going close to 5 minutes. But I don't really care. I really don't care. I'm just trying to save y'all an hour, and I think it was like an hour and a half. Unless you want to watch it, and you'll be more probably disappointed, or less disappointed. I don't know. I don't think for you. But anyway, L comes into play, and you know what? I don't care if he's a black actor. I don't care. If he plays the role, he plays the role. All right. But the one thing I did not understand was the fact that he covered his face from here, and then he wore this black hood. Where in the anime, he didn't cover his face, not one bit. I didn't understand why they decided to cover his face. But anyway, he gets on the trail, and he immediately finds out that it's Light, because, the incident with the hostage, he knows it wasn't world broadcast, it was just local broadcast. So he instantly pinpointed it, and then he got his Light's dad to go on there, basically intimidating Kira or his son, basically, kill him. And then that's when L started putting two and two together, and yeah, of course, his dad's not gonna die, even though Mia was about to write his fucking father's name in the book, and he's like, "What the fuck? That's my dad." So then you already know L fucking knows this, because if you as the audience can tell that Light, or no, not Light, but L put two and two together that immediately or that fast, you can tell as the viewer they rushed this. Whereas the anime, it took L about, I think, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 episodes to figure out it actually was Light. So anyway, still fast forward through that anime. Basically, I'm just going to cut this down. L in the anime was calm. He didn't freak out. He didn't have no attitude. He never threatened anyone with violence. But then in the movie, he flipped out when he found out his friend was killed by Light, even though it was me that wrote the damn name in the book. No, I'm sorry. L wrote it in the book, but he planned on burning it just to save his life. But then they're freaking out, oh, well, if he lives, he's going to tell who it was. But, of course, he dies anyway from a gunshot, not a heart attack. Because, in the anime, if you just write someone's name down, they die of a heart attack. But in the movie, I guess, apparently it's dealer's choice. So he gets shot. L starts freaking the hell out. And basically toward the end of the movie, L's chasing Light. He has a gun in his hand, which, we all know Light does not pick up guns. He doesn't like them at all. He uses his mind, not a weapon. So he picks up this weapon, and he threatens Light with it. And he gets knocked out by somebody that praises Kira for what he did. So moving forward, they go to this Ferris wheel um, at this little pier where basically they both at this point have written their names in the death note. It's just a matter of who's gonna fucking do what. So Mia kept saying, "Give me my fucking book, give me my fucking book." She's like basically intimidating this guy with the book. All right. So at this point, she wrote his name in the book to have a heart attack at midnight, and she said that she was gonna burn the page so it doesn't happen. So then Light finds out about this, so he like schemes this little thing up in the death note to where, okay, since she wrote my fucking name, I'm gonna write her fucking name. Granted, he hesitated because that's when you can tell, oh, he's in love. No, he wrote the name in the book, and she was gonna die a certain way if she took the book, which we all knew she was gonna take the book anyway because she was always intimidating him and basically pulling his strings. And in the anime, there was 2 death notes and 2 shimigamis. There we go. 2 shimigamis, whereas in this movie there's only 1. You didn't see the other shimigami, you just saw the one, and they were fighting over one book. So, I mean, granted, that's not a really big deal. I mean, granted, technically it is, because in the anime there's this huge story about the other shimigami, about how she loves Mia and how she'll protect her about anything. So they basically just completely skipped that whole chapter. And at the end of the anime, excuse me, L dies because he wrote his own name in the book just to see if it'll work and to show that Light, he basically tricked Light into it anyway. But in the anime, L, right, well, you didn't see it, but you as a viewer knew that L wrote his name in the book, and that's how you can tell the difference between an anime and a American pile of shit of an anime or adaptation of live action. Where in the anime, L was calm, and in the movie, it's like each stage, L just like started turning into a freaking psychopath, and he eventually wrote Light's name in the book. But I mean, the ending was it was trash. The storyline was trash. The producer skipped over a bunch of key factors of the anime. But I will say this though, if I had to give it a rating on a scale 1 to 10, I would give it maybe, and I'm being generous with this, a 3. And the only reason I'm giving it a 3 is because I think William Dafoe did a badass job doing the Shimigami, because he has that whole villain look, especially when he did the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Did an excellent job, but that's the only reason I give it a 3. But if you don't believe me, if you're hating on this video, I don't really care. Go watch the anime first, and then watch the movie, and then you can be like, you know what? He was absolutely right. But anyway, it's going way past 5 minutes, so I don't know. Just, I'm telling you right now, I'm saving you like an hour and a half. Don't watch the movie. It's trash. I don't understand fucking America, but anyway, peace out.